Hey everyone. Before this episode, the Late Night Lounge podcast begins, I just want to extend my love and support for the island of Tonga. If you don't know, Tonga and its people have been hit hard by the recent volcanic eruption and tsunami that has decimated the island and its people. I think I speak for the whole Late Night Lounge cast and crew when I say that our thoughts and prayers are with everyone who's been affected by this recent tragedy. I've put a link into the description which will lead you to the Red Cross donation page if you want to learn more and support the people of Tonga. Once again, everyone at Late Night Limited is sending our support and thoughts to the people of Tonga during this tough time. Thank you and enjoy tonight's podcast.
Okay, fine. Okay. Welcome back to Late Night Lounge podcast. This is episode 6 that we're recording tonight. We're joined here with all the boys except for Michael. So we got James.
Hey guys.
Yeah, that's cool. Jayden.
Hi.
Nicholas.
Yo.
Ryan.
Yo, what up?
And myself. Today we're going to be doing a lot of range of topics. I think Nick, do you want to start us off with the topic you had at interest?
Oh, right. Okay. So basically this topic is about like how there are some celebrities who we may or may not know that have gone to university and have actually gotten degrees from various universities. And I'm sure some of you guys know is that Natalie Portman, who went to university, and she went to Harvard and she got a psychology degree. And
Really? Wait, actually.
yeah, and apparently
Holy crap.
She that Harvard she went to was in Cambridge, Massachusetts, and she graduated in 2003 while she was doing the Star Wars movies.
Wow, and she got a psychology degree? It's impressive.
Holy crap.
And so while
she was Padme.
Yeah.
That's
And
probably like she pretty much carried the Thor movies. That's probably how like that was freaking
Oh yeah, she was in
carried
the
so
Thor
hard.
movies too.
Yeah.
So, while
Never
she was
seen them,
studying
so
that,
good.
she was also studying Hebrew and neurobiology.
Interesting.
God.
So and
Hebrew. Holy crap.
And speaking of neurobiology, as you may know, Mayim Bialik, who was Sheldon's love interest in Big Bang Theory, she is a
Yeah.
neuroscientist, as you know. She got
What?
A neuroscientist. Oh my
so
god.
she got a
Dude, why are these
bachelor's
people all so
degree.
cracked?
She got a bachelor's degree in UCLA, which is University of, I forgot what it was, but while she was doing that, she also studied Hebrew and Jewish languages.
University of California, Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Yeah, found it.
And so while she was accepted to go to Harvard and Yale, she decided to go to University of California. And then
Fair.
she eventually got her PhD in 2007, specializing in obsessive compulsive disorder in teens with Prader-Willi syndrome.
Oh my god.
Wow.
And
Holy
if you wanna-
crap.
That is so impressive.
If you want to know what that is, it's some of the common symptoms of it are behavioral problems, intellectual disability, and short stature. Which and some of these are also hormonal symptoms, which include delayed puberty and constant hunger, leading to obesity.
Oh my gosh.
And there's currently
This is
no
actually
cure.
really interesting stuff. I love reading about all this because like I'm very interested in like biology.
Yeah, and
No,
there's
not
no
necessarily
cure
plant stuff,
for
but
it.
like just biology. Yeah, no, that's sick. That's actually awesome.
Yeah.
Didn't Sheldon from Big Bang Theory also have like a degree in like astrology
No
or some
way.
shit?
No way.
I swear, like he had something. Hold on, let me look it up.
It wasn't anything major. He's not like a fucking physicist, but I know it was something. Probably, I'm assuming probably just like psychology or maybe even law. I'm not too sure.
Oh, what's
I mean,
what's the
psychology
actual
are
actor's
still
name?
very impressive, like, just them.
Yeah.
Oh, Jim
was-
Parsons, bro.
Was there
I
anything
know-
else, Nick? Was there anything else to that?
To Mayim Bialik.
Just this topic in general? Because that can't be it, right?
No, there is more. There is more. I'm just trying to just double check over some of the stuff I just wrote. So obviously, while she was back to Natalie Portman. While she was studying at Harvard, she did decrease the amount of roles she was in because obviously she was trying to focus on her studies. So
Yeah.
So she only appeared in, obviously, as you know, she only appeared in the Star Wars movies while she was studying, and pretty much, yeah. But
Yeah.
if something which surprised me about this one is Emma Watson from
Wait, what?
Whoa!
Harry Potter. So apparently she got a
Isn't she
bachelor.
humanities science or something?
She got a bachelor in English literature from Brown University.
Okay,
she
no,
grad-
no, she would. No, she would.
Yeah, she
yeah.
seems like a kind of person that would, I reckon.
Yeah,
Especially
yeah,
after
I
doing all
agree.
those speeches and like
How
debates and stuff.
sexist.
And
Because
she
she's no.
graduated-
Like like
What?
she's
what the hell?
like, no. Because the only thing I really know about her
Okay,
career,
okay.
unfortunately, is Harry Potter and a love movie.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it was called, but anyway, and she did a lot of like, I don't want to say feminism. It probably is, but like more like just empowerment speeches and movements and stuff across the like America and all that stuff in England. And
She was doing the He for She Foundation, which is that whole thing she was doing, which is what you're
oh
talking
yeah,
about.
yeah, exactly, yeah. And it just seems like a kind of degree or whatever that she would obtain just to like help with
that's
speeches and all that
and
stuff.
I thought the same. I figured,
Yeah.
if any degree that suits her, I'd say. Seems like the type she'd go for.
Yeah.
But I didn't know
Alright,
that. It's insane.
What movement did she actually do? Yeah, the He for She campaign in 2014.
She's, she also
She
graduated
appointed
that
a
year as well.
goodwill ambassador for UN Women that September. Okay. She delivered a rousing speech at the UN headquarters launching the He for She campaign, the aim of which is to bring more men into the feminist fold because gender equality benefits everybody. That's actually the only.
Wow.
That is the best feministic like movement thing I've like heard for a while.
Yeah,
Because like
that's like actually good. It's not obnoxious.
yeah, when you think of like a yeah, exactly. When you think of like a feminist nowadays, it's pretty like it's kind of sucks because a lot of people just think of someone who tries to make women like the be all or end all sort of thing, like like the biggest hierarchy sort of thing. And I think that's not what it should be. It's like more of an equality thing in my opinion. But then again, I'm not a woman, so I don't know. I don't know how any of this works.
Yeah, obviously. But it's kind of
I just want to help.
like it gets said a lot that like a lot of feminists now not all feminists obviously, but like because feminists have got a bad image now from all the years of all the extremism.
Yeah,
a lot of them now are pictured as sort of like this movement that instead of bringing equality to both genders or all genders, they're sort of empowering themselves by putting other genders, mainly men, down. That's just the sort of that's just the sort of reputation they've gotten over the years, which obviously that isn't representative of what feminism actually is, obviously it doesn't it's not indicative of like everyone that practices feminism. It's just unfortunately the way it's become.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough because back in like what was it 2016? That's when like they really got the bad rap because of sites like I think it was BuzzFeed and
BuzzFeed
I
really
don't,
did
I don't want to name a lot of companies because I don't want to get a cease and desist letter from them at some point. So, but a lot of companies and websites will use the feminist platform and the feminist name to sometimes preach equality, but a lot of the times, a lot of them, not all of them, a very minute few will put men down and bring women up, which is what men used to do back in like the 80s and the 70s. So it's kind of people call it reverse. I don't like calling it reverse sexism. I think it's just that it's going too high on their high horse and not realizing that they're actually on the urge of trying to go for women power over men instead of both. And I feel it should just be peopleism. Is what I like.
Obviously, it's wrong that men did it in the first place. That never should have happened. But that doesn't mean it's okay to do it now.
It's literally like that's literally like the wrong way to do it. It's like if someone hits you, hitting them back isn't going to solve anything because that just causes a fight.
Yeah. So I'm looking right now at the dumbest things like celebrities have said, and that talk show host guy. I forgot. Ryan, it's the one that you don't like. What's his name? I forgot.
It's not Steve Harvey, is it?
Is it Steve Harvey? I don't know. What is?
I don't like Steve Harvey. Maybe I don't know. Actually, is it Steve Harvey? I don't know if it's the one I don't like or not.
No, not Steve Harvey. Wait, hold up.
I don't know.
I don't like Ellen, but yeah.
Oh, Alan. Wait, Ellen
DeGeneres.
I can't think of any other talk show hosts like that are guys I don't really like. I mean, I don't really like any of them, but there aren't any I dislike. If that makes sense.
Well, I can't remember this guy's.
I don't watch talk shows, so like.
I don't either. It's not James Corden. He's not really talk shows, is he?
No, it's not James Corden. It's this guy. I can't recognize his face. Oh, I'm on this like list, but it shows you the celebrity, but it doesn't tell you their name sort of thing. It just tells you what they've said. I can't remember what his freaking name is. I mean, he's not a talk show host. He's a I don't know.
Are you able to send me are you able to send a picture of his face?
Yes, I can actually.
Ooh,
hold
okay.
up. I think I might find it on here.
Yeah, I might recognize him because you specifically said that I don't like him, so it must be someone I know.
Well, no, it must be someone different. I reckon you just said someone, and I thought it must have been this person, but it's not. Hold up.
Well,
Yeah,
I'll
James
go
is
back.
while James was looking for that, I'll tell you another person who's gotten a degree. So,
Yeah.
if you know the movie 12 Years a Slave,
Oh yeah.
so one of
Yeah.
the actresses from that, her name is Lupita. Oh, I don't know how to pronounce her last name, but I won't attempt it just because I don't know how to pronounce it. She got a master from Yale School of Drama, and
Oh my god.
around the time she graduated, I'm not sure if it was before or after, but she got the role for her character in 12 Years a Slave. And so, while she was doing this, she actually won the Herschel Williams Prize of 2011 to 2012 academic year for the acting students with outstanding ability, which is pretty hard to get and it's also pretty hard to get into Yale in the first place because it's a pretty one of the Ivy League schools. If you know about it.
Yeah. It's weird every time.
Oh, that's insane.
Yeah, whenever I think of like a really good drama, or like just acting, like courses and all that stuff, like in terms of TAFE and Griffith and all that in Australia, I feel like Australia is like very like it's pretty excellent with like trying to become an actor and all that stuff and do like drama class and all that because we have such a strong artistic culture here with that kind of stuff in terms of like the exhibition centers, like the art centers and all that stuff. I forgot what it's called. Oh my god. Anyway, I know someone from school, a friend of mine that went into TAFE and did like a 4 year TAFE course on like doing drama and stuff, and it just looked like so much fun. It's so cool. Whereas with America, I feel like a lot of that stuff is just aimed towards trying to make money, sort of thing. Like in terms of Hollywood, and is what I'm thinking about, and it's kind of just lame because, like, I mean, I guess you can make money, but like that's like what everyone in Hollywood kind of dreams for and all that stuff, and it's alright, I guess.
Yeah, Hollywood's also got
Are you
the
talking about a
reputation.
company? Or are you talking about like a person?
Like a well, I don't think Hollywood's a company. I think it's just a place holder for I don't know, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm trying to say.
Hollywood's a company.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, they're a production company.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow.
They're just so big that they can afford to have a massive sign displaying their company in the middle of Los Angeles.
True. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, they've also got that a reputation for just churning out blockbuster movies that don't really, break the mold or add any creative.
Oh yeah,
nuance.
I feel like that stuff though is kind of fizzling out lately. I think we're kind of just moving away from that sort of thing because there's always every freaking decade or whatever. There's always oh,
dude, Jayden, every love movie is the fucking same now. It's
Yeah, I
insane.
know, right? There's never any original ones that I've seen. I feel like there's only one, and I don't know if you guys have seen it. Have you guys seen? I think it's called same name, Last Christmas. I don't know.
Oh, that one. That's fire.
I actually like that movie, so it felt very different to any typical love movie. And
is
I was
that the one with Daenerys in it? Hold up.
I think so. It's the one where basically the main girl's a drug addict or something, and she keeps moving places.
Oh,
and then
maybe it isn't.
She meets a guy at a park, and they get along really well. And you know what? I'm gonna spoil this for people. So if you don't want to be spoiled on this,
no, don't spoil.
Okay, no. So
okay. To be fair,
it kind of ruins the premise if I don't explain this movie.
The movie came out in 2019.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
you can spoil it. We'll just warn people. Okay,
so basically, what happens is
spoiler warning. Spoiler warning.
Spoiler. No, okay. Basically, what happens in the movie is she falls in love with the guy, but it actually turns out that guy isn't actually there. So apparently, she actually ran she and her got killed or something, on a car crash, and apparently. The only way to save her is by using the guy's organs to save her. So basically, she was seeing a vision,
premonitions and stuff.
They spent so much time together, and it made her actually understand the true meaning of love and shit, and spending time with your family.
That actually sounds amazing.
Yeah, it's a really good movie. I was wow, this is amazing, and It's just I don't know, like most
Yeah.
other romantic.
It does
movies
have
now,
Daenerys in it, Amelia
Yeah,
Clarke.
yeah,
That's so
it's
cool.
good.
I'll have to
It's a
check it
good
out.
movie. It's a good movie. You guys should watch it. Like,
I got 46% on Rotten Tomatoes, so that's kind of...
yeah, well, Rotten Tomatoes are very skeptical. I mean, they gave the last Evangelion
Oh, wait, no, that's not
movie
Amelia
100.
Clarke.
So
Hold on. Wait a second. Oh, no, it is. Wait, who's
yeah,
this
no. So
Madison?
you guys should watch it. It's a good movie.
Yeah, it sounds very interesting.
Yeah,
I
no,
didn't realize a movie like that
very
existed.
interesting. Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah. No, that's cool.
I'm kind of into movies that are like very like weird, like Chronicle. I love Chronicle. It's such a good movie. And
Wait,
I
so
don't-
what's the movie called again?
Last
Christmas.
I like movies that are like absurdly like unique. Those are
Yeah.
like my favorite type of movies.
Yeah.
So,
Well, the
but-
thing is that I don't not like love movies. If that makes sense. I just I struggle to kind of sit through ones that kind of follow a formula, and the whole thing is basically about like, you know, I don't know, just cliche love stories and stuff, and it's like that's cool. But yeah, Last Christmas has a really cool premise and idea in it, and it sounds.
Hey guys, it's me, Michael. You know, the one that isn't in this episode. While the boys are on the topic of talking about romance movies, I feel like this is the perfect time for me to talk about one of my all-time favorite films, which is Crazy Rich Asians. If you haven't seen Crazy Rich Asians, watch it. It is an excellent romance movie. Got people like Awkwafina in it, Michelle Yeoh, Constance Wu. It's a film set in Singapore. It is genuinely one of my favorite films of all time. Oh, and it's got the fucking GOAT, Gemma Chang. If you don't know who Gemma Chang is, she's actually the GOAT. She was in Eternals. I think she's Cersei. But yeah, if you have the chance and you want to watch a really good feel-good movie, watch Crazy Rich Asians. All right, sorry for interrupting the podcast. I'll let you get back to it, and I'll let the boys talk about, I don't know, whatever the hell they talk about next. All right, see you, bye.
Like, there's this movie called Your Name, where it's basically about like,
Oh,
you know,
I
an
think we've
asteroid
all
that
heard
like.
about that.
Is that the anime
I
movie?
reckon that's the anime movie.
Yes!
It's really good
It's a
though.
good
It's so
movie!
good. And it has such a cool idea. Yeah.
Okay, as the anime person, I'm gonna touch on a few things with that movie.
Yeah.
So that movie is actually a fucking masterpiece. If people don't know
Yeah.
what that is, so the whole premise of that movie is two people switch bodies. So it's just Freaky Friday, but like there's a whole premise to it of like these two people understanding what, like, I suppose what love is. And then something bad happens, and then the guy wants to try and
don't spoil it. Don't spoil it.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna say trying to save what this is happening. Like,
I
this
don't think
bad
Nick or Ollie
thing.
I've seen it.
No, but for a movie at the time, it was really popular. Like, it was one of the
and
only
it's a
animated
beautiful
movies.
looking movie.
Yeah, it's a gorgeous movie.
Yeah.
I believe the same people that's working on it are making a new movie, and it's called Bella.
Oh, they've
Oh,
made Weathering.
cool.
Yeah, they've made Weathering with You, and
Oh, they
there's
made
another one
Weathering with
coming
You?
out called.
Yeah, I haven't seen
And there's
Weathering with You
I haven't
yet.
seen
Is
that
it-
one
yeah,
yet
I
either.
haven't
As
seen
well.
it
Oh.
either.
Yeah.
Is it good?
It's so sick.
Okay.
Yeah, Weathering with You is
Yeah,
awesome.
Ryan, you should watch Your Name. It's a literal
Oh,
masterpiece.
I've seen your name. I've seen your
Oh
name.
yeah, you've seen Your Name.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. So it's just,
That's the
it's
one
cra-
Michael
it's
kept
crazy to
budging me to
think-
watch, and it took me literally a year to watch it.
I
And
don't,
I'm
it's
like,
kind
damn,
of
I should
crazy
just
to
watch it.
think that like celebrities nowadays are kind of going into the whole voice acting thing as well, because like there's a lot of like celebrities that are reaching out to the voice acting community, because I'm also
Yeah.
like someone who wants to be a voice actor, so it's like a hobby of mine to know who voice actor is. And like Jayden Smith's a voice actor. That's like a funny thing to think that the Jayden Smith's a voice actor. It's just
Oh, you mean Will Smith's son?
yes.
Oh my gosh! Holy crap!
He just quit.
Oh, do you mean Neo Yokio?
Pardon?
He's talking Neo Yokio?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh man.
Yeah,
I
he
could
was
not
in the
stand
Karate
that.
Kid movie.
Yeah. He was in the
Yeah, he was also in like after like this movie where Will Smith and him are like surviving on this
Oh, After Earth, I think it's called.
After Earth. Yeah, that
Yeah.
one.
I don't know what that movie is. It
I
sounds
didn't really like that movie.
like I
Jen, you should watch it. You might like it.
I watched I Am Legend with you, and I fucking cried in that movie.
That movie's like it was so like it was kind of overrated when it came out, but I think that was like a very pretty negative thing because a lot of people were hyped for it and all this stuff. And that's the thing is that like if you go back to watch it, it was one of those Will Smith movies that were pretty similar to like a lot of the movies I was doing back then, but it was still really interesting and good. I remember like there was a whole thing where like people were complaining about the movie because the zombies weren't scary or something, and that they didn't look anything like what they did in the book and all that. And there was a lot of characters that were missing from the book that actually had a lot of depth and were really cool and all this stuff. And I think the movie still achieved a very strong like storyline and connection with Will Smith's character and stuff. And even I think to an extent, the woman that she finds as well, that he finds as well. The best character in that movie though is his dog.
Oh yeah, no,
Rip.
definitely
for sure, dude.
That was sad as
Man,
fuck. That was so sad.
cried in James's lounge room, and James called me.
Yeah.
He told me to stop being a little bitch.
Well, it's good. I was just joking. It's just I've seen the movie so many times that it's just like it just hurts just watching it. But I'm kind of dead inside, so I just don't.
I'm like that with most stuff. Like I watched this like one anime, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, it's so sad." Like when you watch Angel Beats, oh my god, you're gonna cry, and I'm like, "Oh, this is sad."
Yeah.
But I didn't.
Yeah, well, it's just scenes like that in movies where Will Smith had to,
caress his dog while it was dying.
Literally caress his dog while he was turning into a zombie, trying to kill him, and then he like didn't want to let go, but he knew that he had to, otherwise he'd be mauled to death. It was so like when movies do shit like that, it actually makes me feel so physically negative and just sad and just like I need to just like lay on the couch and just stare at the ceiling. Like
Bruh, I literally like I'm such a little bitch. I cannot watch sad movies. I literally cry so easily. Okay, hold on. Okay, wait. This is a meme. Okay, don't meme me too hard for this. I literally cried to Justice League. I'm just using it as an example. Okay?
Was it that bad?
I cried a lot.
Was it when Superman came back alive, or was it like...
No. I don't give a fuck about Superman, man.
Good.
It was actually
Wait, so when did you cry?
I haven't seen this movie, but like I want to hear.
It's in Zack Snyder's version. There were like I think two or three times where I cried in the movie, but
is it when Cyborg with his dad? Sort of thing?
No, but it does involve Cyborg though. Spoilers if anyone hasn't seen it, but I mean, I think by now most
people. Yeah, spoiler alert: the Snyder Cut.
I haven't seen it, so
it's not a big spoiler. It's not a big spoiler. It's not a big spoiler.
Yeah, tell me.
But it's just that scene with Cyborg where he it's near the beginning, I'm pretty sure, where he like is learning how to use his powers, and there's that there's like that mother with a child, and she's like really.
He gives her all the money.
Yeah. That whole scene like really got to me. I felt really bad.
That reminds me of Squid Game. Like the time that I cried, like not cried, but got really upset in Squid Game was when what's the main character's name?
Spoiler again.
Anyway. Oh wait, yes. Oh, sorry. Okay, spoiler alert for Squid Game. I mean, if you haven't seen it, then like, what are you doing? Come on, like,
what are you smoking?
Anyway,
it's pretty bad.
What are you smoking, bro? Anyway, with Squid Game, at the end where he finally escapes the thing and he's the last person alive. First of all, the first thing I got really upset about is when he had to kill his like literally childhood friend, like his best friend, and you watch his like that guy at the end where they actually play Squid Game, and then he has to verse him in the rain, and then the guy stabs himself. So that
to be fair though, like. He was being an arsehole.
He was being an arsehole and stuff. But to be fair, like he I don't know. Actually, I guess he wanted to have all this money so he can pay off those people that are trying to get him, and so he could help his mother, sort of thing, because she was a struggling store sale. Like how she had that little fish market thing and she was selling all that stuff. She was failing, and he wanted to have all the money and stuff.
Where is my?
But anyway, no. When she said and there's actually three things that made me really sad. Is that one where he had to stab himself, the one where he meets up with the girl that dies at the end, like the third, that girl. Oh wait, no, there's four things actually. Oh my god. Okay,
don't spoil the entire movie. No, you're sure.
Oh, Jayden, spoilers. Sorry. All right. When the lady was with her like other lady friend, when they're playing that marble game, and then they were like coming up with things that they said there's like, oh, what are you gonna do when you get out of here? And it's like, oh wait, only one of us can get out of here. And then they just basically just confess all their things. And then that her friend basically says, I don't even want to get out of here because I have no life and all that stuff. And then she rolls the marble and purposely fails and like gets shot. And the other lady has to like walk away and like hear her like get shot and die.
Dude,
That was
I saw that
fucking
coming
sad.
from 10 miles away, but it still made me cry.
I
It
know,
was so
it
sad.
still made me so sad. And then when he had to go back to, because he obviously got all that money and he wanted to get her brother out of that orphanage and stuff, and actually, because he was going to give him to his friend's mother because she was basically obviously like in need for a child figure to like take care of because she was very lonely, obviously. That was sad too because he was asking where she was and he had to like smile and like say, oh, she's just not here at the moment or something, or she's away. And then when he left that like his friend's mother's like that briefcase and she opens it and it's money, I'm like, that is the saddest shit. And the fact that he was going to go to America to go visit his daughter and stuff to say, hey, I've got all this money to help you and stuff, and then he decides not to and continues to try and muck around with the Squid Game people and all that stuff. It was just, oh my god, that whole last episode was so sad, and it was just like that was the part of Squid Game that I liked. Like, a lot of people really liked all the games and all that stuff, but honestly, the part that I like about Squid Game is just those really personal character moments. Not the actual games themselves. Those are cool and entertaining and fun, but like I felt like they were a bit too cliche, especially with the big baddie boss guy that like is the boss of everyone and stuff, and he starts the whole riot at night and stuff and wants to kill everyone, and then he has this little side hoe that's trying to cling on next to him because she wants to survive because she was very manipulative. I hated her, man. I literally hated her with a burning passion. Like, I'm like, these two people are my least favorite characters I've seen like in the entire year of me watching like movies and shows and stuff. Those two were like the worst in my opinion. But anyway, yeah, it was and then like before he was going like once he left the first Squid Game that they did because the old man pressed the button so that they could all leave, and then he goes back home to try and find his mum, and then he finds her dead because instead of actually being there for her and all that stuff, he decided to go chase money. And by doing that, he came home and didn't have the time to say goodbye to his mum. Oh my god, that was sad.
I could not handle that.
Holy sheesh Louises. Yeah. But anyway, that's my personal thing with movies. Anyway, so if we
Also,
go on
everyone,
talking
by the way,
about...
I would say thanks for listening to the entire plot of Squid Game. That was the entire plot. It's like you just the entire show.
That's okay. If anyone who hadn't like seen the show and was still sticking around, we gave them warning.
James literally gave you a short plot line of what Squid Game is. Like, holy shit.
Oh my god. Also, all the white people that were fucking the millionaire people, I wanted them all to die. And I was I'm so sad.
Also, fuck you.
Yeah, I'm so sad that none of them died. Oh my god! I'm like, come on! I got no satisfaction out of it. It was just.
Also, I was joking. The dub community is quite fine with that movie. It's just really trash.
Dude, the dub in that movie is awful, bro. I jumped onto that movie.
Yeah.
Jayden, it's really bad.
I'm joking. Of course, I know it's bad. I had a friend. So this was when I was just finished Squid Game because everyone at work was like, "Oh my god, Squid Game is it was the hype around my work too." And then I met a friend of mine. I'm like, "Do you watch Squid Game?" She's like, "Yeah, it was great." I'm like, "Oh, did you like it?" I'm like, "Yeah, but there's only one problem with it." And I'm like, "What is it?" I'm like, "I watched the English dub." I'm like, "Bro!"
The thing is that people speak English in that show and other languages. So if you just watch it in its original thing, you're still watching it like because there's going to be people that speak English and stuff like that. That's why I don't understand why there was a dub.
In the dub is like the lady is like, "Hello, where is my son? Could you tell me where my son is?" It just makes me laugh every time.
Right.
Like as an inspiring voice actor, that made me laugh so hard.
Yeah.
That was so
well. Nick, what is your saddest moment out of any show or movie that has come out in the last like 2 years? Let's say 2 years.
I haven't said mine.
What is the saddest thing you've seen?
We'll go around. We'll go around everyone.
We'll go around the circle. Yeah.
Nick, I feel there haven't been many. There haven't been many shows or movies that have really captured any feeling because they all just feel a bit. There are times like when they should be emotional, they just feel very stale instead.
Yeah.
And it just feels like oh, obviously this was going to happen. Like, I'm not surprised. And I think the
Yeah.
only one that sort of made me feel sad was Squid Game with the old man dying. Like when he when we
Oh,
changed,
yeah,
when it was a
yeah.
fake
That was
kill,
kinda
when he was
sad.
killed fake, like the fake death.
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
Oh, yep.
I'm like, oh,
Yeah. No, that was also sad as well. Just that whole build up with him, like, spoiler alert, if you haven't already been spoiled and you
James,
just decided not to listen.
stop!
When he quote unquote was like pretending to have like dementia and stuff like that. Like I thought it was so real that I was also sad as well because
I don't think
to be honest,
he didn't lie about that though. He did have dementia.
No. But well, Jayden, he couldn't have had dementia because, well, he probably did, but it wasn't to that extent because obviously he planned all this and he had the mental capacity to be able to do all this stuff and plan it out, and all that. So yeah, it would have been very hard to do that if he had dementia. But anyway, I'm not saying that he doesn't. I'm just saying it's not to that extent.
Well, is that it, Nick? Is that
yeah,
the
that's
only
it.
thing you kind of cried at? Okay, what about you, Ryan? What movie or show have you cried in?
Oh, there are too many to name.
But no, name me like your worst.
Recent ones, yeah.
Your
That
worst.
Okay.
like Justin, please.
No, that wasn't that recent. But plus that was just an example. Like, it didn't get me that bad.
Oh, no, it's fine. It's fine. Ryan, it's that movie. Like, well, actually, that fucking 4-hour bloody episodic movie. Was it was actually really good. I enjoyed it. I think Zack Snyder saved that movie. To be fair, though,
like I wasn't like, oh, this movie's so amazing. I just more so like
I just thought it was. I was
watching it to me.
entertained. Yeah, I was entertained through that movie. I wasn't like thinking it was the best DC thing of all time or that it was going to save the DC universe. I just thought it was a good step. I still don't think they should go in that direction though because it's a bit too kind of can't sit through too many of those movies. I think one's enough.
And I agree.
And I think that's what DC is trying to do. It's like, anyway, so no, all right, I'm rambling. All right.
No, you're right. In terms of recent ones, the worst ones were Train to Busan, an anime called
Oh my God.
To Your Eternity. If any of you have heard of that, that one really got me. And then If Beale Street Could Talk, that's a romance movie that also really got me. Those three in recent times were like the worst. They fucking they really got me.
Oh my gosh! Like the only one I really know that you said was Train to Busan. That shit.
Train to Busan really got me, man.
Holy crap! When he's like holding the door in front of his wife and kids. Oh no! Okay, I'm not gonna do. Okay, hold on. No, I'm not gonna spoil this. Okay, this is a movie that cannot be spoiled because I know it's like kind of old.
It's a little
like it's.
But it's also not like
I'm not gonna spoil
incredibly
it.
popular. I doubt a lot of people have seen it. Like,
exactly. So definitely watch Train to Busan because it's really fun.
It is a really good movie.
It's basically a zombie train movie.
It's a really good movie. It's still a really good movie.
It's amazing. Isn't Train to Busan maybe the same guy who did Parasite? Oh no, he did Peacemaker or whatever the fuck.
I've never seen
Snowpiercer. He did Snowpiercer.
Yeah, I think it was something else.
That's the one. No, it was Snowpiercer. It was the one with Chris Evans.
But there's another one that he did too. Another movie.
Let me look it up. Hold on, let me give it on this.
Yeah, I think
I'm looking
the guy that did that was like.
What's your saddest thing you've seen? Yeah. Ollie, what's your saddest piece of media or something you've encountered within the last?
So in terms of like actual media, it was a show back in 2017 called Gallipoli. The ending to that show was incredibly sad. Like
I haven't seen the show. I've seen the movie.
No, the movie sucked. I'm sorry. I didn't like, but like the ending of the actual show, like that. I forget what it was. I think it's just called Gallipoli. It's a show. It's like 7 episodes. The ending of that was incredibly fucking somber and really sad. It nearly made me cry when I first watched it, but when you watch it and when you're halfway through planning on wanting to rewatch it, you don't want to rewatch it anymore. You get out of the mood of wanting to watch it again until a very long time. So yeah, that's the only real piece of media that's actually made me.
Ollie, I don't know if this is the same for you or any of you guys. Sorry to jump in on this. I just wanted to quickly say, I don't know if it's the same for you guys, but like war movies or shows, whatever, anything to do with war, it's especially bad for me. It gets me a lot. Just
because I am sort of I don't know what's the word, interested in it, and I know a lot about it. It's when you actually know the consequences of the particular war you're watching,
Yeah,
it makes it
it's
extra
so much
damaging.
worse. Yeah,
Yeah.
and
So,
because a
yeah,
lot of war
it-
movies they make it really
yeah.
personal. They
So
they do a good job of showing you what it's
if
like.
there anyone is
Mhm.
listening who does like war or is like interested in it, watching that Gallipoli show definitely shows you in perspective of what it was like as a soldier on the front lines of Gallipoli,
Yeah.
especially as a
Yeah.
confronter. So I definitely recommend watching it. I think it's on Netflix for Australia and New Zealand, but yeah, it's definitely a really good movie.
That
show.
reminds me of Saving Private Ryan at the end of
Yeah,
the movie
yeah, that
where
movie
Matt
was also
Damon
really
is like
good.
it's like remembering the whole thing and he's like crying and he's sad and I'm like, oh,
That got me too, man. That whole
But
movie.
what actually made me cry though, and like legitimately like made me like uncontrollably cry was you guys know that game That Dragon Cancer?
No.
It's
No.
No.
it's like this point and click kind of game, and I played it, but you can also, I think Markiplier and Jacksepticeye and all that shit, they played it, but it's incredibly sad to watch and play.
Oh.
It's about this I don't really know if I want to spoil because I don't know if you guys want to watch or not, but it's about a kid going through cancer.
Oh.
oh my
It's
gosh.
an incredibly
So
sad. Okay, it is
Wait,
incredibly sad.
Wait. What's the called?
That Dragon Cancer. That's what it's
Okay.
called.
You know,
It's-
I played a game very similar, I think,
Yeah,
called
it's a
Before Your
very
Eyes.
sad experience. Yeah,
It's basically like a very similar
Yeah.
premise. That one was incredibly sad. That one really got me. Oh my god.
then this one will definitely get you if you watch it.
Oh.
I'd recommend watching either Jack or Mark play it because, like, I think I've seen a lot of other people play it. Like, you can watch it without commentary if you really want, but showing their emotion definitely adds to the whole, like, holy shit, this shit's heavy to watch.
Yeah.
But like, I
Yeah.
played it myself before I watched theirs, and I was like, yeah, this shit is so hard to play. It's hard.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much it, though. I usually don't get very emotional. It's only with children, animals, and war is what gets me.
Animals. Oh, yeah, children, animals, and more. Yeah, they're the worst ones.
Yeah, they're the
It's
worst.
actually so bad.
Yeah, anything else, I don't care. Like, if some fucking adult dude dies, I'm not gonna cry about it. It's gonna be sad, but I'm not gonna cry.
So
I
what
think
about-
it's
what
more
about you,
that like
Jayden?
I hate the ones where someone dies and it's like they have a connection to someone that's actually still alive and then they're reminiscing about it.
No.
That stuff's sad.
For some reason, I have no idea why this got me so hard, but have any of you watched Lucifer? Like, have you watched the end of the
Nah.
show?
No.
Oh, well,
No, I've watched the first season though.
but a particular character dies near the end of the show, and even rewatching it made me sad. It sucked. I'm not going to spoil it because it's still relatively a new show, and
It's a very popular show actually. Like it straight up didn't it get like an extra 2 seasons just because people wanted to keep watching it?
no, it just got pushed for an extra 2 seasons after because I think the company was trying to give up on it because the Netflix.
No, Netflix was trying to give up on it. I think because Netflix didn't want Lucifer because
And Netflix picked up.
I don't know why. Because it was a very popular
But
show.
I think Nick knows the scene I'm talking about because I think he's watched it.
And also, James, Netflix picked up Lucifer.
Yeah, Netflix. Picked
Oh,
That's
wait. So
why-
where was Lucifer before when it had season 1 and stuff?
With
don't
a
know.
completely different studio, but
It was just another studio. But
Netflix picked up season
So it's just like a TV show.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, there's a particular character who dies that like it really makes you pretty. It made me really upset when he died
Yeah.
because how they shot it and how the scene was really fucking horrible.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, Jayden, what's your saddest encounter of any form of media or show?
I have a few, but like they're not too big or small. I might start off on my most embarrassing one. So you know the movie Matilda?
Oh, yeah.
I cried in that movie.
Hey, I did too, man.
You know, that's
You're a
fair.
bro.
That's
Okay,
I
fair.
did too.
I agree
I
with
have
that.
a bit of a history with that movie, and I'm okay. This is time for a story. But
Sorry, Tom.
what happened was when I was a kid, I could never, for the life of me, finish through Matilda because when I was a kid, I was in childcare a lot, and we'd have like those movie days where we get to watch a movie, but you can never finish the movie, like because they have like an hour or half or 45 minutes of a movie, and then they're like, all right, movie time's over, back to playing with toys, and I was like, oh, but I want to see what happens in this movie, and I could never finish it. And I remember going to like my parents' friend's house. They had the movie. I was watching it, like trying to watch it, and I could never get through that either because my mom had to go. Like I had to go with her. So it's like, oh my god, I just want to watch this movie. It's like I want to know what happens to Matilda. Like I don't know if anything good happens to her. And then And then it took me till I was 12 to finally watch all of Matilda. So it took me from 5, like when I was 5 years old, to 12, and I sobbed. I cried. I'm like, oh my god, Matilda gets a happy ending. I was like, all the abuse that I've seen her go through. She finally gets like a parent that loves her.
That payoff must have been so incredible for you.
It was, I cried for 20 minutes. That finally that.
Wow.
It took so long to watch that movie. It took 7 years, and
that's interesting
That's
because
insane.
the Broadway for Matilda was so much different. Like, it still had emotional impact and stuff, but it didn't make me feel as emotional as the actual movie. If that makes sense, it was really weird.
I think what made me cry.
That show was more spectacle. I think
was just it took the journey to get to the ending of Matilda, but I finally got there, and it just paid off, and it made me cry because I was so happy to find out that she finally got happiness.
Yeah, that's probably a good reason why war movies are so effective at making you sad, because of the journey they went through.
I'd say I cried in Kung Fu Panda 2. I definitely sobbed in that movie.
Oh my god! I actually, literally, I'm not even joking. Holy crap! I'm actually surprised you guys actually did as well, because damn,
the mum scene always gets me.
It really did. It was such an improvement in terms of emotional damage in the first movie.
It really was.
The mum scene always gets me. It just
oh my god, when it's like that flashback thing.
Yeah, when she leaves Poe, it's like, oh, it hurts.
I feel like that movie really got me balancing tone.
What got me was when he got defeated by the freaking rice cracker dude. What's his name? The bird. The bird. I don't know. I just feel like if he was a food, he'd be a rice cracker.
Fuck me.
I don't know. Bro,
it's so good, man.
It's not my fault if I compare things to food. Anyway,
if you can't tell what your white friends call you, just call them a rice cracker.
Okay.
Anyway, so what got me with that movie was the emotional damage that damaged me was when he gets defeated by the person, then he gets kind of saved by the goat lady, and then he's doing that training with the bandages on, and it's whole music that starts playing, and he has the flashbacks and stuff. Oh, that was fire. That's the most memorable part of the movie, in my opinion.
I think the most memorable part of the movie is when Poe does the thing with the fireball, the cannonballs.
It's the same for me too. That sounds really good.
I cried in the ending of the Lorax. I thought that was sad. I'm pretty sure I don't know if anyone would agree. Okay, last movie, and I got 2 games. I've cried at Deathly Hallows Part 2.
That's
oh my gosh, when Snape died is the one that cried.
Snape's memory.
Wait, whoa! Spoiler warning! I didn't realize.
If you haven't seen,
James,
if you haven't seen Harry Potter, what are you doing with your life? I'm sorry.
Okay.
They literally have a 20th anniversary.
We're probably going to spoil a lot of movies, so if you hear the name of a movie you haven't seen, just
tune out.
You are a fucking
spoiler
magnet.
I'm sure Michael will do something in post anyway, so it's okay.
Holy crap!
Is banging on his desk.
Michael,
right now.
please edit my
spoiler alert.
Yeah, Michael, please edit my stupidity. All right, edit out my stupidity.
No, you're right, James.
Anyway, all right. Spoiler warning for Harry Potter.
Hey, it's my story. Get the fuck out of here with that.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. I should stop talking.
I'm just gonna say that Snape part of the movie where the memory shit. Fuck that got me. That was the word that made me sob like an absolute child.
I know. It made me hate James Potter. It made me hate
him.
I did not like it.
It made me actually I was like, why would you marry him? Poor Snape,
his Lily was awesome.
Loved Lily,
but
and
James Potter was trash.
James sucked.
It hurt more because you could clearly tell Snape really loved her, and it's just
and he got
even though he got she got married, he still cared for her as a friend, he would do anything for her. And then that when he's holding the child, and then that part happens, it's like, bro.
Oh my gosh.
All right, so
say what you want about J.K. Rowling, but she created a
Hermione was
a
actually
good
black.
character.
thing. It's sad. Yeah. No, shut up. Okay, J.K. Rowling. Okay, all right. No more praise for J.K. Rowling. That shit was stupid. All right.
Dumbledore was
Okay,
actually
I'm
gay.
sorry if you accidentally created a full white cast. Okay, but if you didn't have any intention behind it, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
People
it
aren't going to
doesn't
care,
matter,
and the
yeah.
people,
There's no agenda
the
behind it,
people
doesn't
that
matter.
do are the ones that like Divergent over bloody
Divergent.
fucking.
You're
No. There actually is a series of
Divergent.
movies called Divergent that was just a rip off of Hunger Games. Anyway, so I know.
Okay.
Not to shit on anyone that likes Divergent. I thought the first movie was alright.
Okay.
Okay,
Anyway.
so, yeah, spoiler warnings for whatever games we're going to talk about too. By the way.
Okay, yeah, these aren't
Yeah.
big, but I mean, these are the endings. To be fair, I cried at the end of The Last Guardian. I sobbed. That was the most I've sobbed in a
Oh.
game in my life.
I remember you
sobbed
messaged me about that.
30 minutes. I had to go to my mom and hold her. I'm like, Mom, hold me. I'm so sad. I was like sobbing. I was like crying on her shoulder. I'm like, Mom, this is so sad.
Jayden, what's wrong? Did your girlfriend break up?
Did
Something?
you,
No,
did you
this
die
game.
forgetful again?
Hmm.
So if you haven't played The Last Guardian, I'm gonna warn you, the ending is fucking emotional.
It's a
and-
good game though.
Okay, this last game is probably the most that I've cried in it. I think more than The Last Guy. I cried at the end of Persona 3, and I'm not going to explain why.
I know.
Yeah,
I know exactly what
the
happened.
ending is so emotionally damaging to me. It hurts me so much. Like I believe I had 3 days where I just started randomly crying. It hurt.
That's rough.
Yeah.
I'll probably tell Ryan like outside the podcast because I
I'm
know
curious.
he will never play Persona 3 like with a
Yeah,
friend.
no, yeah.
But I'm gonna say for people who play Persona 3, good luck. Like it still hurts me. Like I breathe heavily every time the ending happens. I'm like it hurts.
Yeah.
And
I
yeah,
get you.
and that's the most I've cried in
Wait,
any.
I want to bring up one that I forgot to mention because I'm actually stupid. Spoiler warning for Arcane. I don't know if you guys have seen it. I know this might be annoying hearing about this show because it was all over the fucking internet for a while, but it's actually so good and
What
it got
show
me
is it?
so much. Arcane.
Oh, I think
Isn't it based off a game? Or something?
League of Legends, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that that's instantly already put off like
yeah.
pretty
No.
much.
I just don't like. Is League of Legends a story game? Or
Yeah,
is it
no,
like
it is. I've been told by
kind
my
of.
roommate it has like a story.
It has a lot of lore, but it's not really the focus.
but
So that makes sense.
It's a multiplayer battle thing.
Yeah, it's a MOBA.
Yeah.
So
It's not.
yeah.
I don't have no opinions for Arcane. No, I'm not trying to be rude or anything. I just don't know much about League of Legends or anything like that.
It's literally one of the best the shows I've ever seen. It's so great.
Really?
I've seen
Shit, I want to actually.
10,
What
and
do I
I
watch it on?
genuinely think to believe.
It's on Netflix, isn't it? The
Yeah,
animated
it's
show.
on Netflix.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
Ryan,
watched that.
I'll have to actually check it out.
Ryan, I'm curious. Do you like the show now? Apparently, Vi's from League and Arcane's and Fortnite. Do you like the show now? Do you like it now?
Oh, I don't know. I might have to revise my opinion now.
It came out 19 hours ago.
I might have to revise my opinion. Wait, so who
They
is it?
redo the show
Fortnite?
and instead they bring in
Yeah.
Fortnite dances.
Oh god.
Michael has to edit the entire
It's in the
podcast
game.
now
Who's
that
the
Ryan
character
does
in
not
Fortnite?
like Arcane.
Yeah.
Wait, who's the character that got it in Fortnite again?
V or Vi.
Oh no, they added Vi. She's one of my favorite characters.
Let's go. Okay, well, is this the end? Is this going to be the end of our segue through the
Yeah.
sadness of the movies?
Yeah, I think it's a
Alright,
bit too
episode?
sad. I keep thinking about a lot of sad
Guys,
things.
are you ready? Let's all aboard the Segway train. Let's go.
Choo choo!
Let's
Okay,
go.
Let's go!
Whoa!
All right. I need to bring up.
NFTs.
All right,
They're
all right.
shit.
No, we're not
No,
doing that. Okay,
no,
alright, next
we are
station,
not doing
next station,
NFTs.
next station. Let's
I've
go.
already. Oh, by the way, with news, I am now an investor in one
Oh, for
cryptocurrency
fuck's
thing.
Oh no!
I've invested a whole $10 reduce freedom
You
kangaroo
bought,
dollars.
Okay, so for all of you,
Oh, they can explain because I don't
He
understand
ins-
any of it.
he installed this like really basic crypto thing. And he bought
Crypto.com?
He bought ADA, which is the one that I got. He got like 10 of it, which is worth like $2. So
Yeah.
it's not big, but it's just fun
Yeah.
to watch. I invested because it's fun to watch. I don't actually plan on making
Yeah.
money with it.
Crypto.
Yeah,
It's
so
called
one
crypto, yeah.
ADA. Oh no, sorry, 10 ADA is worth $16 at the moment. But I spent $15.50 on it actually because it was kind of lower than what it is now, and now it's worth $16.22. So I've gained a good like 70 cents. Hell yeah, let's go! I'm gonna be
I
rich.
don't understand.
By the way,
how-
we're not
Woo!
financial
So how does
advisors. Do not
Bitcoin-
follow our advice.
How does Bitcoin work
Yeah,
nowadays?
Michael, you
feel
might,
like I'm-
have to put in a warning here because I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just
what
investing
does
in one
Bitcoin,
thing
like,
and just
even
hoping it
do?
works.
Like, I don't understand the whole like, Bitcoin thing.
Okay, so
Ollie can explain it.
So with
Or Nick.
so with us basically with currency. So when you're investing in currency, because that's what Bitcoin and stuff is, they're just online currencies. So when you invest in an online currency, it's like people buying into the Australian dollar, because I think that is actually a thing. People do buy into actual currencies in real life. It's buying into some kind of currency that someone makes online, and when you buy into that, the more people that buy into it, it goes up, and the more people
value.
sell, it goes down. So it's up and down values, and it's really random, and that's why I'm not an expert advice. And if you want to have expert advice, seek elsewhere, because I have no idea what I'm
Well,
doing.
I'm just
Financial
curious 'cause
advisor, yeah.
I've been told that like this will
But,
be our new currency later on throughout like.
But
history.
yeah, no.
Some people think that it will, but I don't think so.
There are companies that already do accept a lot of cryptocurrency, because like I think it
Like
is
Dogecoin.
it already is a currency. Like if most dark web will use Bitcoin or something like that as currency, because it's more anonymous. It's more it's online currency. It's
Out of the
its own
government's
thing.
reach.
Yeah, it's outside of
Yeah.
what government can process, because crypto and stuff isn't observed by governments legally. It's just
And it's not taxed or anything like that.
Yeah, it's not a tax thing. So
Yeah.
crypto is just a fun little way to make a little bit of cash, or
I
just
think.
to watch a little line go up and down every couple of days.
Yeah.
That's just my
So
take.
Jayden, basically, the one I've invested in, one ADA is equal to what, like 1.5 Australian dollars, I think.
Yeah. about that.
And I put in $10, so that means I selected the number and I said, all right, I want to buy 10 of your ADA currencies, so that's going to cost me $16 because the value of it is 1.5. And then the more people that invest in it, basically the bigger ADA becomes, because it becomes more known, so that the value of that actual dollar of that ADA, like that one ADA, goes up. So, for example, if you want to buy one Dogecoin at the moment, one Bitcoin at the moment, it's going to set you back. Hold on, let me go on the thing.
60 grand.
$60,000 if you were to buy one of it. But at some point, if you want to wait, you can wait till it goes up again by like say 37%,
No, down.
and you can
Okay.
So
you want it to go up to sell it.
So is
The
there like any
basic-
benefit out of this though? So like, if
Okay,
I,
so
if I
basic
put, like, 10
idea-
bucks in-
Yeah. So basic idea is you buy it when it's low and then you sell when it's high. That's the basic
exactly.
intention with it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you see that it's going up and then you can see a slight drop, like that's when you'll probably sell if you have a lot of it.
Yeah, I'll explain it to you, Jayden, once we get out of here, if you want to get into it. But it's a bit gambly, so you got to make sure you're not
It is gambling.
susceptible.
That's why you
It
have
is
to pay
gambling, yeah.
attention. That's why you
Just
have to
make
pay
sure you're not susceptible to that kind of stuff, because
I
a lot of
wouldn't.
people
Fine.
kind of get cracked on. Like, for example, like Nick knows this. I think he knows the story, but like the Wolf Street freaking thing that happened with GameStop. Do you know what happened with that, Jayden?
I think I know. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll explain it to it later. It's just a big whole story. But anyway, GameStop basically had and a huge increase in value and stuff, because a bunch of Redditors started buying into it.
Oh yeah.
Because the Wall Street was trying to basically ruin GameStop by making their value and stuff go down and all that stuff by buying into it and then selling it. But then all these Redditors.
Well, not only did they buy into it, but they held their stock so Wall Street couldn't touch them.
Oh
That's
yeah,
the main
exactly.
premise. Like I remember when I was on the Reddit page, I didn't do it because I was poor at the time, so I didn't do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm
That's
an
the
OG.
same as me, and I had no idea what I was doing.
I'm an OG on that Reddit, by the way. One of
Yeah.
the stock market Reddits. But I remember seeing some of the posts. Some guy had nearly $4 million worth of stocks.
Oh my god!
And
What, like a Redditor?
Yeah, like he said,
Holy
guys,
crap.
guys, hold on to your stocks. that's the whole point. And he did a screenshot of his stocks of about $4 million. And I'm like, bruh.
Holy crap. And this was all Jayden in intention to stop the Wall Street, which is a big like investor in like stock markets and all that stuff. Basically controls the whole thing because they're they're kind of broken. They're a bit like they're a very broken thing. You know, they basically ruin a lot of people's like, you know, lives basically. Anyway, but yeah, and then the Reddit people were like, you know what, fuck this company, fuck these bitches, and then they just like went onto the GameStop stock market and saved their company.
You don't fuck with Reddit.
That's why, you don't fuck with like people. Exactly. That's what I'm saying is that if we just revolt now against the government, we wouldn't have to pay tax. No, don't actually do
tax
that.
Tax evasion.
Yeah, because tax evasion is bad for starters. I'm not a financial advisor. All right, I just want to bring that in there. I'm just saying, I really recommend don't do that because not only, like, sure, you won't have to pay tax, but, like, holy crap, will you cripple the economy if you try doing that, going after the government. Yeah. And it'll ruin a lot of people's lives that are actually kind of just okay with just working and living.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I want to bring up quickly before we move on or finish this. Everyone on the Segway train. Let's go. Except Craig.
Is this our bit?
Except Craig.
That's the Segway train. Let's go.
No, fuck you, Craig. You can stay.
Fuck Craig. Get off our train. Get out of here.
Craig.
Nobody wants you on this train.
Craig,
let's use him as fuel. Let's chuck him in the fuel thing.
We're going to put you as fuel. Fuel. Fuel for our anger.
That's all you are, Craig. Fuel for our train.
That much.
For a party train. Yeah, he's not even worth fuel. He's literally the tracks that we drive on.
He just slow us down. We just throw him overboard. Fuck him. Asshole.
Yeah.
Walk the plank,
bro.
Dickhead.
Yeah. No. Anyway,
I'm never explaining what Craig is, by the way. If people who don't know who Craig is, we're never explaining it because it's just funny.
Yeah. So Craig is actually a being that we strongly dislike.
Yeah. Craig is an asshole.
I don't like it when you bring him up, alright? Like, he gives me actual PTSD every time you mention it.
He gives me headaches. Like, honestly, I feel like my head's going to explode just thinking about it.
Oh my god.
No,
Craig is copying it.
He reminds me of that time when I found out my best friend was cheating on my wife. Just that.
Yeah, I feel like we haven't talked enough smack about Craig lately. All these podcasts,
let's move to the Craig seconds.
Let's move to the Craig, alright? So, first of all, Craig is actually my dad, alright? And he left me for a bottle of cigarettes. Well, I said a bottle of cigarettes.
He's no dad too. Wait a minute.
Dude, he's trashy. He buys cigarettes from guys who sell it in bottles, right? Milk cartons.
Really? Because for me, Craig just went to go get some
because he can't afford the packets.
Craig just went to go play hide and seek, but I haven't found him yet. It's been about 17 years.
Still searching, aren't you, Ollie?
I'm still looking. Either he's really good at hide and seek or he's gone.
Yeah. Craig's the kind of guy that would come over to look at your brand new BMW car your project car that you're working on and then say, oh shit, I think wait, you guys were there?
We're about to blow this up.
Hello.
Oh my gosh, ow, all our lights and stuff just cut out. I think I'm going to die.
Craig's
like, I actually think. So like,
Craig.
I thought our power just cut out, but no.
It's actually just
all the lights just cut out and stuff. So I think we're
Death Note.
You're in a horror
I got to go check the power box in a second. So wish me luck. You know, hopefully I don't get that badly brutally murdered.
Since James is going, why don't we talk about our new subject? Why don't we talk about hobbies? Like, what do we want to be in 10 years?
I will be back, gentlemen.
Okay, well,
we can stop while James is gone.
James, like, Michael, can you cut him out? Just think he's gone.
Guys, I feel hurt that I'm leaving before Craig. This is the first time. This is the first
time. You're ruining a joke on the podcast.
Back.
Hold up. I need to go check out the ghosts.
All right, Craig, so what kind of hobbies do you have?
Are we really going to ask fucking Craig?
Yeah, come on, Craig.
We're back. Sorry, I had some technical difficulties with a ghost in my house turning off all the lights. All right, I reckon the culprit here is Craig, but there is insufficient evidence to suggest this.
No. We can put anything on that fucking loser.
We could probably can. He's literally less than dog water. But anyway, all right. As a final topic, I'd like to address. Jayden, He's my dad. He left me for a bottle of cigarettes.
He's my.
Oh, wait, my dad? What?
Oh, wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Anyway, all right. So,
dad this entire time.
whoa. Okay.
Sorry.
Yes, you have. Anyway, so no. I would like to bring up quickly, as it's just a little bit relevant at the moment. A little company of ours, Microsoft, is now worth, I think, about like $2 trillion or something at the moment. It's worth a shit ton of money. Like their pockets are deep. They, as of I think last Thursday or Friday or something, they acquired Activision Blizzard for $68.3 billion. Or was it 0.9? $68 billion anyway, right? Mind you, Nintendo is worth $70 billion. Okay,
Yeah, it's
just think about that. Yeah, they bought Activision Blizzard, right? And this is obviously as a direct response to try and add a lot of games to Game Pass to make it even more like valuable than it actually already is at the moment now.
So, if anyone is watching this in Australia, it is 90 at the time of this. It is about 98 billion, and anyone in New Zealand is about $101 billion.
Oh yeah, because the currency rates. Yeah, that's still a shit ton of money. Like
That is a
I
lot
can't
of
even
money.
conceive how much money that is. Like that's incredible. But anyway, yeah, they acquired them, and it's funny because now Crash Bandicoot and Spyro, a once PS1 exclusive game and all that stuff that literally probably drove that console up until Uncharted and all that stuff, is now Microsoft exclusive.
Well, but that's so weird to me. So like, they were literally just a PlayStation thing, right? And then was it Naughty Dog decided to just remove Crash entirely because they didn't know what to do with the franchise, as well as Spyro. Spyro was also Insomniac's hands, and they also didn't know what they were doing with them, so they just threw them to Activision. Like, all right, do what you want. And then I guess throughout time we've had like shitty games from both the Spyro and the Crash series from like. And I wouldn't say they were Xbox and like exclusive at the time. They were like everything. They're on GameCube. They were on Xbox. They're on PlayStation. But,
Sorry to interrupt, but this is an opinion of a PlayStationer, so they have no brains and no brain cells whatsoever.
Oh god! No. All right. So,
like I'm saying though, I'm just saying. I think it's okay. I think it's kind of nice that Xbox have like these exclusives now. Like I know, no. Listen, I know I've had a few combos with James because I know James kind of likes to be like, haha, we have crashed out, and I'm like, okay,
no,
listen.
I just joke about it. Like honestly, I know my opinion towards this whole thing is that I want every company to have its own success, right? So that there's competitiveness in the market. So say Sony sells a game for $125, and then Nintendo decides to sell the same. No, sorry, Microsoft decides to sell the same game for like $120. You know, like, which is $100, which is cheaper, right? People will obviously want to get the game on Xbox, you know, unless you just have a PlayStation.
Everyone is rich and has two fucking consoles.
Okay. I'm just saying, like, you know, if the game was on both consoles, you didn't have any, and you're trying to decide between them purely just on how expensive the games are, and Microsoft was undercutting PlayStation by like $20 a game, like, you know, that's a great value, honestly. And not that they are, I'm just saying that's like a definition, like, you know, it's just an example. But it creates competitiveness, and it makes PlayStation go, maybe we should sell our games for cheaper to try and undercut Microsoft so that people will buy our games and our console. You know, it creates competitiveness, and it's really good for the consumer because it just allows us to have things nicer because these two companies are having a big wiener contest, you know, sort of thing, right? Like, you know, who has the bigger dick. But anyway, obviously it's kind of a bit unfair at the moment because Microsoft is, again, like a $2 trillion company, and Sony's only worth about like what I think. What? How much was Sony worth again? Hold on, let me look it up.
I'll look it up. I'll look it up for you.
Yeah, Sony.
I think they're worth 260 billion.
They're worth. I think it would be.
They're worth.
I think it's 260 billion.
They're
US.
260 billion US. Yes, they are 260.
Oh, 260 billion. So they are worth like what? That's like literally like a fifth of like Microsoft or some shit, right? Like, you know, or whatever. That's insane. Like, you know, Sony would not be able to go ahead and buy Activision Blizzard for $68 billion, because it's not worth it. Well, it is worth it, but like it's just they have other games that they're funding and all that stuff. So it's kind of a bit unfair that Microsoft is buying all this stuff. But at the same time, it's not really up to Microsoft to close that deal. It's up to the actual company to buy them, to give themselves to Microsoft. So if Sony did the same thing, like, that's just how it is, really. But it's okay because, let's be honest, Sony sells more consoles and games than Microsoft does. Like by
ask me,
huge
I think
margin.
it's about time Microsoft made a move like this, because, like you said, Microsoft is worth so much more than Sony, and yet Sony's made like many more like pushes to get exclusives and rights and all that, whereas Microsoft has been a bit more lax on that on that aspect. So considering the distributive income they have, it's about time Microsoft spent some to secure some rights and exclusives for themselves.
You got to remember, they literally own the format of everyone's Windows computers.
Everyone's computer,
right? Like a good amount of their money is based on
Xbox,
computers. Like a good majority of their money comes from computers. Like Xbox probably sells great and all, but compared to a PC, no.
Definitely not as much.
A PC,
because a lot of their hardware is in PC parts, and they get a lot of money.
So
that's why I understand. No, why? Sorry, wait, continue. Shit, sorry.
I was gonna say, like, the whole Xbox, Microsoft has this running. I'm like, well, it comes from like the computer, because the computers they sell more than any console will, and that's just a fact. Because a PC is the best of both worlds, in my opinion, because you get like a good majority of these games on a PC that runs better. And you need to spend a bit more money to do it, but people will do it because they want the best gaming experience and the best technology that we have in our modern society. So so that's why they have so much money, because people will spend like $2,000 on a brand new PC, or an extra $1,000 for new parts, because they want the latest technology to play a game. So that's why a good majority of their money come from. While Sony's come from movies nowadays, like they have games in here, but their money usually comes from movies, like Spider-Man. They earn so much money on that day.
And let's not forget that there is a department of like Sony that's like Sony Pictures, where they literally make millions of dollars off movies and stuff like that, and also like they make like TVs, they make like
Jayden
phones and products and stuff. Oh shit, sorry. I'm just saying, like, Sony does have a whole like other thing of income and stuff. It's just their gaming industry, their gaming market is a lot bigger.
Microsoft. I feel like this is finally Microsoft's like big chance to finally get some, I'd say some old school guys to finally pop in and be like, you know what, I want to buy an Xbox to play some Crash Bandicoot, my favorite.
Yeah, I think it's more that I just want really good value in my Game Pass, because honestly, most of my games are from the Game Pass, right? There's only been a couple that I've actually bought, like Ark Survival Evolved and stuff, but that was ages ago. So it's going to be really exciting to be able to play a brand new Bethesda game, or a brand new, no, I don't want to say this, but like a COD game, I guess, if it's a good one. That's because it's on the Game Pass sort of thing, It's just, and the fact that you can spend like $10 to get the Game Pass and play Halo Infinite to like its entirety, because you get a full month for it. That just blows my mind, It's incredible, because like, I don't mean to diss on Sony, but they're still selling Ratchet and Clank for $125, and I'm not saying that's a rip-off or anything like that.
It's actually $110.
$110. They're still selling that game for $110 at the moment, and I'm not saying that's bad value. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart is an amazing game, but just compared to Microsoft just having the Game Pass so accessible to everyone and cloud gaming for $10. Or I guess $15 if you're using the PC. So $15 with all these games, like like Doom, and then soon to be COD, Halo, like Skyrim, Fallout. It's just Minecraft, I guess, as well. It's like it just, and Terraria. Okay, sorry. It's just incredible. That we've come to this. Nobody thought this stuff would take off, but I think Microsoft has really put in the effort, and I applaud them for actually giving a shit about giving us good value, and that's all I care about. Whereas with Sony, I will go out of my way to buy a Sony game for 125 just because Sony has really cool technology in their controllers and their SSD is fast as fuck and their games are so cool. Like Death Stranding is still one of my favorite games of all time.
Such a good game.
That shit is fire. Like, oh my god.
As someone
and I cannot wait for Hideo Kojima to make his new Silent Hill game or whatever he's doing, like the new horror game. That is going to be fire.
Canceled it or something. I think he's making a new project though.
No, yeah, he's making a new project because they had to cancel the the Silent Hill one. But
yeah, so
screw Konami. Hashtag cancel Konami.
as someone who like I'd say is more knowledgeable of the Sony
department.
But I'm pretty department. I'm gonna say that I am happy for this for Xbox because like I always think the Game Pass is like this cool thing where it's like as diversity, like there is a genre out there for anyone.
Yeah,
and that is the one thing I suppose PlayStation are lacking. And like I never say it because I'm a Sony boy, but I think it's cool that they have it, because it just means like if you're an FPS guy, there's like I don't know 20 FPSs out there for you to pick from, like Halo, COD, like Quake, like there's so many to pick from. While PlayStation, it's always like it's like a shuffle. So like you're gonna get one game that you might like on the PS Plus, and then you're like, okay, cool, I'll play it, and then I'll play it for like a month, and then I'll stop playing it, and then I just wait till another good game comes out, which sucks. But I suppose they did try and do that with PlayStation Now, which is like a streaming service. Play like PS, I think 5 now, 4, 3, and 2. But the problem is servers. So it's only a country thing. So only certain countries are allowed it, excluding us. So we're not actually allowed to do PS Now, which is sad because it's pretty decently good.
And I think that's just a budget issue, in my opinion.
I don't think it's a budget issue. I just think they're extremely lazy. They have a lot of money. They could just do it, but they won't.
Well, the thing is, Jayden, is that they have a lot of ulterior things they have to pay for and all that stuff, and licensing games and paying their like literally first-party companies like Insomniac and Naughty Dog and all that stuff. They have to pay them so much money just because they've gained those exclusive rights and all that stuff. Because I don't think Sony actually owns Insomniac, do they? I think they just pay for the exclusivity.
I believe actually, I'll look this up. I'm pretty sure Insomniac is actually bought off them, or I think it's only because of was it Sunset Overdrive. I think that at the time it was just like a one-time thing with Xbox. It'd be like, all right, let's make a cool.
Oh
Xbox
no, they
game.
have. Yeah, Insomniac was the 14th internal studio that they acquired in 2019.
Because I believe every time you boot up Ratchet and Clank, it will always show the PlayStation Studios logo.
Jayden, they only spent $230 million to acquire Insomniac games.
Yeah, I know.
I can't believe a developer that makes absolutely astounding games, like literally like adventurous, really cool, like very hard games to probably make, and a lot of like hours and stuff, like and they're only worth not even $300 million, whereas a freaking company that makes Call of Duty, which is the same recycled jargon every year, is worth almost the same amount as the entire company of Nintendo. That blows my mind. That literally, why do people buy it? I just don't understand. I mean, good for you, but like, I don't know how.
Some companies are just lazy nowadays. Like COD, like
Modern Warfare was great though, but it's just.
No, it's just,
they're just recycling the Modern Warfare formula now.
Like game companies just lazy. Like Rockstar, for example, they're now just lazy. They weren't.
Rockstar hasn't made a game since 2013.
It's shocking.
And their most recent attempt at doing anything, which was the Definitive Trilogy. Yeah, we don't even need to talk about that.
They didn't even make it. They gave it to their mobile developers.
Like the world's possible.
Yeah, this new game they're making better be literally earth-shattering.
Are you talking about GTA 5 PS5 edition? Oh yes, new game.
I'm going to end my life. That is, bruh. Are you kidding me? That was like the 4th time they re-released the game or something. Now.
I was watching State of Play with a few friends, and then we were like, yes. Oh my god, is this it? New DLC or something? Like, is this something?
Yeah.
No, just PS5 remaster.
I shit you not. It is the exact same game, except probably at like 1440p, 60 frames a second.
And faster loading times, that's it.
And slightly faster loading times. All right. It's not going to have.
It's amazing to think that.
I'm not buying that trash. Okay, I've moved on with my life. Okay, I'm getting out of that abusive relationship. All right. In fact, I jumped off. I haven't even done the bloody Franklin mission thing because I want to, because I really like those actors and those characters, but I just don't want to give Rockstar any attention anymore because I'm sick of GTA 5. Honestly.
So I know we're talking about like
cancel Rockstar's bullshit.
So I know we're talking about the whole Activision Blizzard thing, but like I like some game companies that decide to diverse away from their main competitor and just go for another brand. Like we talking about like Insomniac with Scarlet Next with fucking Sunset Overdrive. Like that clearly wasn't a PlayStation game. That was just meant for an Xbox. And I think that was cool, right? Like I feel like Square Enix have been like that recently. Like I remember them just being in
a lot of their games feel PlayStation game.
No, a lot of Square Enix were like Nintendo first, and then they threw away Nintendo to PlayStation, and then they decided to go like multi. Then they went back to Sony, and then they went back to maybe Xbox for a bit, and then they went back to Sony again, like a child, like a mother. It's crazy to think that like we're now at a point where like we can have a major company like Activision Blizzard, even though they're not a good company, for reasons. It's kind of nice just to have them on like this verge of like they're able to share. We're able to share like a game.
Yeah. So the biggest, So the biggest thing I wanted to bring up, like why I wanted to bring up this acquisition, is because of a particular CEO that owns Activision Blizzard named Bobby Kotick. Literally scum, literally a cockroach. He is okay. So if you guys don't already know, like, if anyone listening doesn't already know, he's the kind of guy that spent years and years, because he obviously is a CEO, he's a board member at Activision Blizzard, he owns it, right? I think he got on it in about 1996, and then he officially became CEO in 2006 or 2007. For years, like literally like 10, 12 years, he was fully aware. All right. It says here, like Activision Blizzard CEO Bobby Kotick has been aware of sexual misconduct allegations at the company for years and has had his own history of harassment and abusive behavior. According to a bombshell report in the Wall Street Journal, Kotick fired a woman that would not agree to sexual conduct. The defendants denied the allegations, apparently. So, yeah, this is cracked, okay? And this is the same guy that would like set up like, strip teasers and stuff and parties in the office, in the room where all the people making like, Call of Duty or Overwatch or updating the new World of Warcraft engine or whatever the hell are working. He would bring in like strippers and stuff to like fiddle around with the other people that were board members at Activision Blizzard because they were trying to have fun and they were bored and all that stuff, because they were basically acting like people in the 60s on Wall Street, right? Like, it was so bad, all right, that like a lot of people that were heads at like Activision and Blizzard and stuff literally left the company without paid leave or anything like that because of how bad it was. Literally, women were so scared to go into work because they didn't think they were going into work to like work on a game. Like their whole idea is like, all right, I got to go into work today and I got to try and avoid everything that Bobby and all these like people are doing so that I can just get through the day. Not going into work saying, all right, what can I do with the stuff that I've been given as a project lead on the new Call of Duty game, right? Like, imagine going into work, like, not being stressed about the actual work you have to do, but being stressed because of the people you have to work with because they're all like abusive and all that stuff, That is absolutely insane. And what's even worse? Yeah, Bobby was on Twitter the other day or something complaining about Microsoft and how slow they're going through like the paperwork and all that stuff. And by the way, this is the same guy who owns Coca-Cola. Okay, he is literally a board member of Coca-Cola. Like he is worth so much money. That's how much like fucking money he makes. Anyway, he was complaining because he couldn't get the salary cut that he wanted getting out of the company because apparently there hasn't been any court hearings or any of this thing against Bobby. So he was upset that Microsoft kind of undercut the sale of $68 billion of Activision Blizzard because of those allegations and stuff. I reckon that's what brought the price down and all that. And yeah, he was complaining about that. And supposedly what's happening is that Phil Spencer was like on like talking to a journalist or something on Wall Street. I wonder if I can get the thing up. Anyway, he was basically just going over saying, hey, like it's going to take us at least a year to finalize all these paperwork and stuff so that we can actually start so he can actually own Activision Blizzard. And he said that as soon as all this stuff is done, Bobby is getting literally just cut straight out of the company. He said it in a very nice way, obviously, a very professional way, but basically he's trying to get rid of Bobby without any paid leave or anything like that. And I think they're trying to actually fix up the company and all that, which is a really good thing, because not only is it the board members at Activision Blizzard that are scummy, but actual people that work there, like, some men and all that stuff, are doing the same thing too. They're walking around and, like, asking women, like, for like, nudes and stuff. And there's been, like, reports that guys really walking past people and farting in their face and laughing about it and then walking off. It's disgusting. It's so
Actually,
bad.
suck individuals.
Literally, yeah, feral. And all these people probably get paid like minimum wage there, It's just so sad. But apparently working at Microsoft, like, not to suck on Microsoft's, like, humongous
You've been
deep
doing
pocket
that for the
cogs, like,
last 10 years.
No, I'm sorry, but Jayden, the thing is though, is that, like, we should all appreciate that Microsoft is, like, doing this, like, because it's a very good thing. It's not, I don't care about, like, the games and stuff at the moment. I just agree, like Ollie was talking about this before, like, that I'm happy that Microsoft is actually trying to fix this fucking this shit that's happening there,
Yeah, amen. I'm happy that Microsoft's like, hey, this company's shit. How
Yeah.
about we buy them and just fix them ourselves? instead
Yeah,
of trying to
exactly. And they're going to spend a whole year doing this, like probably not making that much money off Call of Duty or anything like that, because they haven't actually acquired the company yet, just so they can fix all this stuff up. But yeah, anyway, that's just what I wanted to talk about, and I think it's a good thing that we should support this, and that if it goes any other way, if Bobby leaves with like a salary cut or anything like that, it just is what it is, But he's going to be living a freaking probably a wealthy life or whatever, but nobody's going to like him. He's going to be scum of the earth. The only people that he's going to be surrounded by is other people that are scummy.
And on that friendly note, I think we should end it there, or any other last topics we got going.
And on that sour note,
with the one we originally planned to do for next time, because I feel like it'd be a better one to do with Michael here.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you guys will have to
Just
stay
wait for
tuned
time.
for that one. It's a little secretly
Make sure
topic.
to like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah, hit us with the outro, Ryan.
I think next time.
Make sure to send us some V-Bucks so we can continue to smash at Fortnite. No, I'm kidding. Don't do that. Nobody plays Fortnite here, unfortunately. Actually, not unfortunately. That game. Oh my god. Why did I even bring it up?
By 22%.
Oh, yo.
What's on 22%?
Sorry, crypto. It's an addiction. Anyway, yeah. All right, Nick. Wanna lead us out here?
Yeah, fuck you, Craig.
Yeah. Let's ignore Craig. All right, just don't even mention him.
Okay. Hey everyone, thank you for listening to this episode of the Late Night Lounge podcast. If you want to keep listening to this series on podcast, hold on. Sorry, let me redo that.
Don't worry, Michael can edit this.
Michael can, yeah.
And if he doesn't, I'm going to go to his house and give him COVID.
Cut it out.
Okay,
Cut it
okay,
out.
alright, okay, let's
Cut
do
it
that.
out.
No, actually, is it?
Hey everyone, thank you for listening to this episode of the Late Night Lounge podcast. If you want to listen to the rest of this series, you can go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and on YouTube. If you want to follow the rest of our social media, you can go to Late Night Limited on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. And also, if you want to follow Jayden on Twitch, you can go to Snack of the Horde, or if you want to follow me, you can go to Straight Up to Me. Thank you, and see you next time.